you don't say you show us where they there for me now there. No, out of all the whole their speech, no, they never talk about all the
There's no
kidnapping,
mention waiting
all
they
the
go on,
killing.
nothing. And now, in the there's hope they come. People when they talk to
Baba,
for that place, sorry, oh, Prince, oh, people when they talk to for that
yes,
place, some of them they go
eh,
kidnap them or kill them this week. You understand me now?
bam,
And
bam,
most of some of those
bam,
where they inside that gathering, either not just stand by or so you get when by the
yes.
end of this week, is either they will be killed or
Sure now.
kidnapped. You go hear the news from Niger.
Now no be lie because 40 trillion every the other kidnapper warming up now
Uh-huh.
to raise their own bar. See, Baba, when Tinubu enter, say them been get during Buhari time, all the whole terrorists that Saudi Arabia or UAE, they release all their names. Where we say the
They did.
days are Nigeria government, especially all this from all those north.
Hmm.
Till today, as Tinubu enter Jaga Bandit, they never talk about that list. Are you getting
I
me?
deal with you.
So where then where how they want fight where the you don't say one Yoruba commodore he come for the channel he tell Nigeria and say that they should hit the center gravity that the people who are sponsoring this people are the people to be hold accountable first
Yes.
of all before you start talking of people kidnapping in the bush.
Mm-hmm.
And till today all the people that man they shot him down. Till today, they never talk about
Commodore Taiwo,
all
I
the
remember.
people who are the sponsors.
Hmm.
Are you getting me?
Hmm.
So you see that they are not ready to fight anything because this money that you see that these people that are asking of this trillion now, eh? Definitely, you know that people that are in government they are going to cut their own share out of it. Are you getting me?
Hmm.
Because and all the sponsor, if you look at that BBC I this thing investigation documentary,
Hmm.
you see that these people that are collecting this 40 trillion, they are only on the mat. You can't even see a better house. It's hot. That's where they are living.
Nothing. And you'll be like, are they burying the money near? Or who are those coming in to take all the money from them? Because, man, they don't look like people who have
Now,
collected trillions from Nigerians. So,
generals in the army, all of them, now they share all this money. Whether they map out for security, they go share. Nigeria, made them divide Nigeria, releasing now the Kanus. Give us referendum. Let everybody, maybe Biafra go, Duduwa go. That's where we are. If they
thank
continue
you,
this thing,
Prince.
that's
See,
so
there's
that all
something I want to
everybody
show to the
will go
people.
down.
There's something I want to show
Yes,
to the
yes,
people,
Papa.
and I think you should be interested. You will be interested in it too, right, Prince?
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you so
Papa.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for calling in. Okay, I will
Thank
take
you, Papa.
another call, but before I do that, I'll show you something. Here, I saw this on the internet a few days ago, and I have been trying to see if I could see anything closer to it, so that I could possibly give that to all of us who have been asking, like, what is the way forward? Breaking up of Nigeria to what and what? But there's something I want you to know. In Nigeria, you have the ethnic nationalities. And within the ethnic nationalities, we have tribes. These are supposed to be the subgroup of people who share so much in common, language, culture, and the rest of that, right? And they live in the proximity of one another. So they believe that the closer you are and what you share together, you could be classed as, of this ethnic nationality. But that does not take away your identity. I am an Ijebu man, and I'm also a Yoruba man. So when it comes to the larger group of the body of a nation, I am a Yoruba man. But when it comes to the components, subgroups that will make up that space that you say a Yoruba nation, then I am from the tribes of the Jabus. Now, with that, we have, for sharing things in common and all that, right? When they created states in Nigeria, they did not create states based on people sharing anything in common. No. They created states in Nigeria to further entrench and establish the divide and rule that will later serve the purpose of the rogues who have brought Nigeria to this state today. So here is something that people said. Number one, for anybody to even begin to even talk about let us negotiate or let's have a conversation, people need to be allowed to be identified with their own ancestral land, not where you have the Igbos who are indigenous to their different lands. And therefore, when they started creating states, they started cutting some of these Igbos, they started cutting them off the space where should have been the majority of Igbos as a region. So they used that politics to cut them off by seeing Igbos in Kogi, Igbos in Enugu, Igbos in Benue, Igbos in Bayelsa, Igbos in Port Harcourt Rivers, Igbos here, Igbos there, and you will see them to the point that they've made them minority. Same thing happened to where you will see the Yorubas, where you see some of those places where they have actually cut off Yoruba land and they call them North Central. Places like Kwara is a Yoruba land, but it has been pronounced and projected to be seen as part of northern Nigeria. They call it North Central. They did not say South Central, but for political reasons, they put them there. But it's a Yoruba land, it's not northern Nigeria. So if you have to kind of let everybody have their own representation in a contraption you call Nigeria, this is something the closest that you can have in place of the Fulani created state in Nigeria. You see, where you have the Kanuris, they can have their own space. And if they want to have their own country, of course they can. You see, where we put Hausa Fulani here, there are more and more other ethnic, tribes there, right? But this is where you will see the majority of them, where they call themselves the Hausa Fulani or Fulani Hausa. Now you see all these areas. If you look at this map, you know where all these are as states. But by the time you begin to draw the map of all these states, you will realize that they have been cut off into different parts in a way to ensure that they arrive at a particular end result. And the end result is what you have today in Nigeria. So when you have people like this, or you can even like match people that share others together, like see, Insecurity, the Yorubos. There are those who share something with the Yorubas. But like I said, this is not a map to say if you want Nigeria to go their separate ways and all that. That was how the Nigerians especially should appear. Not all those funny names. Akwa Ibom, Cross Rivers, River State. What other funny ones like that? There are actually people, indigenous people of those areas, that they could actually have their own representation. Are you with me now? This is the closest that you can get to anything at all that gives everyone their own identity. And if you want to have if they are talking about a federal system of government, that is how everybody should appear. And everybody should rule themselves. Rule yourselves at your own pace. And when you know that the person representing us here, they are this or that, you are not going to be a minority in a state that you did not create. None of us sat down together to actually have a referendum to create any state in Nigeria. So like I said, that's the closest. There are other means too, where everybody could, Nigeria has over 250, ethnic nationalities. Nigeria speaks over 500 languages. There are owners of those languages. But guess what? Like I said, in Yoruba land alone, where we say we are Yorubas, you have more than 100 languages in Yoruba land alone. With not languages per se, but you say diction or accent, an accent, or what do you call that again? That you say intonation. Something that you say, you are still speaking Yoruba, you are Yoruba, but there is a different twist or tone or tongue to it because of who you are or where you come from. And some said they are worried that some of these are bigger ethnic nationality or tribes, they will swallow the rest. No, that's not how it works. When you share something in common, that means you have something in common. And when you are able to sort of, even if you run into your own problems, you'll be able to resolve them because there's something you share in common. And there will be no minority or majority in a country where people share same thing in common. I promise you, except the political majority and minority. But when it comes to your country, there will be no minority or majority. Hello there.
Hello, Baba Mayegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Emmanuel Adebanjo. If you always remember, you can remember me when I say Baba,
picture, sir.
Baba 70. Baba 73. Baba 73. I'll be 73 March 21.
I remember you now, sir. Baba, thank you so much. How are you, sir? How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm always liaising with Princess on our program, so I never bother to call. This is my first time in calling about.
There's something I'm supposed to discuss with you personally, okay, sir? But they just haven't really, they haven't really made that happen. But we'll have Princess do something about that.
Okay.
You understand, sir? Thank you so much for all you do.
No problem.
Okay.
We thank God. We thank God.
Thank you, sir.
Now I decided to call now because of that young man that spoke before. What's the name of our musician? Who just spoke? The last speaker.
Yes,
the
I
last
wanted
speaker.
to remember the one that which way Nigeria Okosun. Yeah, I think
No, not that one.
Which one?
Oh, not that one. I'm not talking about Okosun. The last speaker.
Oh, my last caller, Prince Jejema.
Prince Jejema, that's right. I want to speak about the guy that spoke before Prince Jejema. That young man was talking about free education, that there was no free education. Well, because he's ignorant, I know he must be, maybe it's not up to more than 40 or so. I'm 73. We actually enjoyed free education, and I want to educate him.
Please, sir.
Now, the free education we had was actually free education. We made them when Awolowo did that free education. At least I was in primary school from 1959 to 1963. So during that time, where there was no, like the one was saying, they take pews or they take some things to school. There was nothing like that. There was absolutely nothing like that. Everything was free, including books. Yes, even Jakonde was giving free books. The building he was referring to may not be the population of Lagos. You all know the population of Lagos. It's not only Yoruba in Lagos. But so you cannot, before Jakonde started that program, they used to have 2 or 3 shifts per day in a school.
I heard the story too. Yeah, they always have morning school, afternoon school, and evening class. So
that is true. So for you now to accommodate all of do a one shift school, you need so many classrooms.
More classrooms.
No, that is what they did. That's right. That was what brought about the shoddy building, the buildings that Jakonde did. Yeah, the makeshift.
They would say, yeah.
That's right. Exactly. Just by the way. So during the time of Awolowo, there were buildings, and where there were no buildings, because not only Yorubas, even people were coming from other regions into the Western region to enjoy the free education, including the Northerners and Igbos. It's on record. I had Igbos as classmates.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and I had Hausas as classmates also. So now that is just by the way. Then the kind of college we enjoyed, you can never compare it. Even the British standard, they will struggle to attain it. During our own college, with 50 you had vouchers. meal vouchers, and each is just 50 pence. 50 pence meal vouchers, and that 50 pence, the food you will get in the cafeteria, I mean, you cannot even finish it. It is so, I mean, the kind of food they serve you in Unilag, in UI, even if before it became OAU, this kind of food you eat is the envy of even foreign countries. I am telling you the facts. So I want that young man to learn to know this. Nigeria, that time every region had its own policies. The Western region was separate, North was separate, and East was separate. Even ABU, Ahmadu Bello University, Yusuka, all of them were competing. So it was real education. To buttress my point, even a serving minister of education was so all his ambition was to become the VC of UI. The minister of education, yes. His ambition was to become the VC of UI. And when he couldn't get it, he regretted it till his death. That to show you how high the universities were then. It's like which minister will aspire to, even the present day VCs, they will want to be a special advisor to minister, not the other way around. So that was how good the education was then. And then at that time, if you graduate from any American university, you come back to Nigeria, if you don't have a master's, you will be relegated, because the master's degree in America was equivalent to our own first degree in Nigeria. That is how high our standard. Yes, I am telling you the truth. If you attend any American university, you don't have your
master's from America before you can start next to a first degree holder in Nigeria.
Exactly. That was how it was. Yes, that was how it was during our own time. Then I don't want to waste too much time on that. Let me go.
You have no idea about the part of history you are sharing with us right now. This is not about what we read. This is what you experience.
Oh yes.
You know that, you experience it, and it's interesting. You need to read the comment. A lot of people are just there doing wow, like ambulance.
Yes, it is true. That was how it was. And then concerning the issue of
I don't know if you do. I know this is not for you, or maybe you can possibly just maybe give an answer. And if you don't have the answer, it's okay. How come people who enjoyed all of that are now those who wanted a country or running a country, that people like us now, we are now like the victim of it? Like, how could people who enjoyed all of that suddenly could sustain it or reciprocate the same thing?
I will give you a simple answer.
Sir.
I got married. I will give you a simple answer. To be short, I got married in 1984.
Yeah,
my best man was
years ago.
Yes. My best man was working in the presidency. I won't mention the president was working with. So my best man introduced me to the presidency for contracts. Do you know what happened? We sat down. I had passed. I was going in and out of the. I don't want to name the presidential villa, so they don't know exactly which president I'm referring to. But I was moving in and out of the presidency, even including the VC's house, all of them in Lagos. Now, what happened? They sat me down. The first contract they wanted to give me, they told me that, if you do the, let me say a job of 20 million naira, they say, if you do this work, this is what we get. I said, I have no problem with that. But they said, if you don't do it at all, this is what you are going to give us. That is to say, if I don't do the job at all and they raise a voucher for me, I will give them 15 million. 5 is mine. But if I decide to do, yes, but if I do, yes, but if I do the job, They will take 10 million. Then I will now do the job. The calculated what I will need to do the job will be like 6 or 7 million. That means I will get 3 million. They take 7. They take 10. I use 7 to do the job, and I say I will do the job. That's what I did the job. I got my money, but that was the one and only job I got. The next time I called my friend, the best man, my own best man, they started dodging me. But what do we do next? I was running a task. That was how I was sidelined. That is when I now saw what was happening later, I knew that Nigeria has been finished long, long ago. All those roads you see everywhere, they highlight on TV that they look at this bad road, road to road, and this road is bad. All of them have been awarded, I can assure you on paper. The contractors have been paid, but some people, yes, the money is on people's pockets. That it has been happening long, 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 long ago. It's not just happening. And even there is a state, which I don't want to mention, they have 3 accounts. One for the public, which they present to the public. Another one, which is the genuine one. They have 3. The 3. So once they get their budget, do you know that when they want to award all these contracts, they will sit down after they will. The Ministry of Work, they will scout. They will scout for all the budget for all the roads they want to do. They will submit them down. They will now sit down with the governor and the cabinet, and they will be choosing. Okay, you take this, you take that, you take that. The person that wants to do the job now has to buy. I was close to the
person they gave it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I was on phone with on phone with one of those ministers. I was talking and was telling that he was talking to somebody, and that person said, "You want to do this? Why do you just
that is
yes,
why do you want to trouble yourself doing the job?
Yes. Sell it off. Yes, sell it off. Why do you want to bother yourself doing the job? That is it. So that is Nigeria for you. It's been going on for a long, long, long time. So Nigeria is virtually wrecked. All those things they are saying that anytime I go back home and I see all those roads, I know what something has happened. This money has been spent. This money has been used to purchase properties abroad and all over the place. That is what is going on.
Thank you.
So when I saw that, so how can I join that? I don't have the conscience to join that kind of a group. If I join, maybe I will be in the group of all those multi-billionaires they were talking about today. But I can't. I have a conscience.
And somebody like me will be praying to be like you. And I won't know that the money meant for my own future is what you are actually spending. I want to be like, billionaire.
That is it.
Live.
That is it.
Tell me, sir. Thank you so much. Our time is so
before I go, yes, before I go, one more.
Yes,
that mind, okay, sorry. Okay, let me leave you. That's right.
I will let you say it.
Thank you.
We are already over 3 hours, so I'll just let you say it now that you've asked for it. But a minute.
Look at them. All right. Look at that man you highlighted. That was that bought all those vehicles, tractors, and all those things distributing in Ogun State. Look at that guy, and everywhere now they were praising him. And I was replying people that you are out of your mind. If you know the secret behind this plan, he wants to be the next governor of Ogun State. He's not doing it for nothing. And this is a man who ran away from Lagos State because he cannot become the governor of Lagos State, ran to Ogun State, became a senator by bribing his way through. And that is what he's just doing. The next time you will see him, they will say he's running for the governorship seat. It's simple.
Waiting to take over from Dapo right now. And I promise you, sir, he's spent a lot. He's bought a lot of people. Sir, they bought family house for him in Yewa. So right now, there are those who are already sort of soldiers, foot soldiers. So he's waiting. But the question is this. We have seen what they have turned the Ogun youth into. God will not forgive all these people. I swear, sir, right? We have
Amen.
seen it.
Yes,
And we have seen
yes.
what this
It's
Yayi
terrible.
is doing. Okay. And when he finally becomes their governor and is unable to actually change their lives, since he's already paid for all of this, these young people will come around and be praying to God to touch his heart. What would they say then? Because it is going to happen.
Exactly.
It will happen. So what would they say that, okay, a person that has been spending all these billions, call it empowerment. None of this is really empowering anybody, because since Big Daniel days, they have been sharing Okada, sharing this, sharing that, since Benga Daniel's days. Sir, it never helped people out of poverty.
Yes, Mayego, do you know that when I was in secondary school, it is brand new Toyota cars that were used as taxis in all over Western region. Brand new, not Tokumbo. Brand new Toyota cars.
11 taxis.
Yes,
they were all brand new. Okay, this was
that's right.
sir, this was in the early 80s, so I mean the late 70s, 79 till like around 1990.
That's right.
He was like,
yes.
okay, they were calling him chairman then, they call him Oga and all that. He had 11 brand new taxis that
That's
were operating in a cold
yes.
then.
That's
so
right.
I can testify to that.
That's right. So when I now see people, I saw one man who we were schoolmates together. One day I went to Lagos, then around the Palm Avenue, I saw him on Okada, riding Okada. I had to park. That no, it can't be.
This is not.
Then I called his name. He was dusty all over. I looked and said, is it you? He said, it's me. I said, what happened? Because the last time I saw him, he was the marketing manager of a company.
Wow.
I said, what happened? How could you descend so low? He said, he said he cannot explain. It's a long story. I was nearly weeping. This is a man who was, very brilliant guy. I know him very well. I was just shaking my head. No, this cannot. I told him that, please. I gave him my card. Go to so. Go to this place. Go to this place. They should be able to help you. And he did. He was thanking me. All because. Let me just give you because of other people.
Nigeria has a way of taking everything away from us. But a lot of people do not know that Nigeria is programmed to take everything away from them. So they do blame evil people, evil deeds, evil spirit, and all of that. And we can't let this young generation also grow old and believe that some evil spirit is making them poorer, or some evil spirit is making them giving them bad luck. They need to understand how the system is rigged against them early enough.
Yes.
Abiko, Baba?
Yes, exactly. You are right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Say hi to Agbeke.
I will.
And my young man and the sister.
Akin,
that's right, yes.
I will, sir.
That's right, yes.
Thank you so much, okay? We love the time you shared with us tonight, it's worth it.
I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, sir. You have a good one, okay? That's where we're going to draw the curtains tonight. We've managed to overshot our time, but I did... I fulfilled my promise. I said we will take calls and we will have it under a very convenient conversationary atmosphere. So thanks to every one of you, as usual now, spending your evening with me tonight. So tomorrow, you will meet with me here in the afternoon. And to my friends in America, just get used to it now because it's like, and Canada too, get used to it. You don't really have to call. You can put it on and make me your... Okay, I'm going to see if that works anyway, okay? Like make that your money, sort of a money tea while you are getting ready to work. Whether you are driving to work or you are taking the bus or you're taking the train, I mean, you can have it at the background where you can plug in that your headset and listen to Mayego. It's always going to be afternoon here when that kicks off, okay? And I am also considering starting our program earlier now that we have, we do have our own studio. Remember why we always have the Mayegun's Diary Political from 8 p.m.? It was because I always had that at home. Now we have a studio. I know a lot of you are so used to it. We might need to kind of bring it forward a bit and begin to do our program from maybe 7 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. Think about it. I'm not saying right now, okay? But I am considering it. And I'm saying it to you ahead of time. Thanks so much for your time this evening. And those who are still here, please remember, you can still like the broadcast before you go if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel too. I will see you again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary Political.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o ákàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé